Today we have a new moon in a zodiac sign of Taurus, and it brings with it a grounding energy that reminds us of long-term goals, reminds us of plans, importance of plans, especially related to finances, related to personal wellness, certain relationships. And I want to talk to you how to set intentions for this new moon, how to ground yourself, what kind of steps to take and what kind of values to reflect on, so we can use this present energy for the greatest possible benefit. We'll also talk about how it is affecting you and what to do with it, so we can channel also the challenges of this time into the greatest possible growth. So the first thing I want to talk about is planting seeds for long-term security. New moons are always about planting the seeds, and on our Patreon page, you can find the link in the description of this video. I've actually created a new moon guided meditation that can help you. It's a guided process that can help you to plant seeds or set intentions every time we have a new moon. But because this new moon is in a sign of Taurus, which is often seen as a sign of great practical wisdom, it's a powerful time to look at the fears that maybe trigger the most right now, or certain challenges that are challenging your sense of security, to look into these chaotic energies from all the wisdom you've gained until now and resolve them in more intelligent way. So this new moon may encourage you to set intentions for financial stability, personal resources, and building a solid foundation for the future. So how it may affect you? Well, you may feel a strong urge to focus on practical goals like maybe saving money, investing into something lasting, or creating a cozy, secure home environment. It's a time to start small, actionable steps toward big dreams. Why? Well, Taurus, ruled by planet Venus, is all about material comfort and enduring value. So this new moon's alignment amplifies this energy, and with Uranus nearby around 10 degrees for those of you who are into astrology, there's a push to innovate within kind of, familiar structures, which means it's time to make your plans both stable and forward thinking. If I break it down a little bit more, you may feel that whatever you've been doing until now, right now you may be thinking about long-term plans with it. You may be very innovative, like what to improve, what to change, what to leave behind. So take time to really maybe take a piece of paper, put on some pictures of the things you are manifesting, working on, of some goals, and create a new vision board. Also, at your home, well, maybe nourish it a little bit to create as pleasant and as supportive environment as you can, so these goals can be even more supported, so you can already feel like you are very well aligned with them. This is very powerful, and from today on, start visualizing as it's already real. That's how you will kinda, water the seeds that you're planting today. It may happen completely randomly that you've just started thinking more about your future. Also finances, some long-term visions for your financial goals. And if you have any fears around it or any discomfort around it, well, this time is challenging you in a way to make these aspects of yourself more stable. So asking yourself, how could you make maybe more money, or how could you spend it more wisely? Like, what are your habits related to finances or health Or maybe relationships are the unstable part of your life at this point. It's the Taurus energy that reminds us to really tap into our greatest wisdom from our past and embody it in the aspects where we're lacking it the most. The second thing, embracing self-worth and confidence. This is a time to recognize your true value and set intentions to boost self-esteem and self-love. So many of you may naturally feel right now inspired to treat yourself kindly, to set boundaries, to pursue what truly makes you feel worthy and appreciated. It's a great moment to affirm, I am enough. But sometimes it's not enough, right? Sometimes you need to practice your will, like really standing up for yourself, protecting your energy, and noticing when you lose your self-worth, when you stop valuing yourself. What are these weak habits of your personality that make you feel like you're not worth it? Maybe when a client comes to you and you're not, paid enough, or you got a new contract and you've noticed, oh, I'm not paid enough, or, you feel undervalued. Those are the time when you truly identify the triggers, what pulls you into old reactive mechanisms, and you remind yourself, no, worthy person would never do that. You can accept that offer, you can accept that client, but decide for the future what are the most ideal clients for you, what is the most ideal business ground for you, what are you aiming towards. So you start looking at reality as the manifestation of the past, who you were until today. But it's not a final destination like we've talked in the previous video. You can choose better for yourself, but firstly choose to love yourself more, to value yourself more, so then you can choose better for yourself. Why this energy is present right now? Well, Taurus, the energy of a sign of Taurus governs self-worth, and the new moon's energy supports, therefore, inner growth, inner search, and also stabilizing the chaotic energies inside of you, the mental and emotional energies that are related to how much you see yourself valuable, or how much you see your presence and your qualities, your strengths, your abilities valuable in this world. Because many people told you that maybe it's not valuable, that what you have is nothing special. So you need to reprogram yourself and to see yourself that you belong into this world because, well, life has given you a gift of some kind. So that's why you belong here, because you have a gift. And if you have a gift, more you value it, more other people can value it. So the best way to understand this is to notice your personal problems, create solution to them, and as you resolve them, you will become a great power for this kind of solutions for others. And that's when they will truly start valuing you. So if you're already doing it, just ask yourself how much it changed your life, because it may change a perspective of how much your knowledge is truly important. So also, this energy right now may encourage you a little bit to reflect on the way you communicate. Maybe you're becoming a bit more curious at this time around, like, how else could you show up in the world? It may be encouraging you to express your value to others. However, you can find it out for yourself. So you can also take a piece of paper and write it down. What would be the most ideal version of yourself you would like to become when it comes to self-expression, when it comes to service to others, like how you want to help others? And then write down who you don't want to be anymore when it comes to self-expression. Like, let's say you're triggered in a certain relationship or something happens and you feel triggered, and then you start automatically reacting out of certain fear because you feel endangered or you feel there's something wrong. Identify these mechanisms and ask yourself then, okay, how that most ideal version of myself would respond in these situations. Because when you feel triggered, the best thing you can do is nothing. Take a deep breath and then respond. But if you don't know how the best version of yourself would respond, then you have no map, so naturally you just react. Well, when you have a map, then you can take a deep breath and practice that new behavior. That's what Taurus right now is reminding you. And as I said, new moon is a time of new beginning. It's time for planting new seeds. Well, my friend, you're building a new character right now. The third thing, connecting with nature and simplicity. Maybe you've noticed in my recent videos, I've been a lot in nature. I've been a lot in forests. I've been spending so much more time in nature than almost in any other time of my life because I'm in tune with nature. And well, when I sense that there's time for grounding, I ground myself. This is what this new moon brings. Time for grounding, time for simplicity. It calls for grounding yourself in the natural world and simplifying your life. So I hope you enjoy so far in the painting that I'm playing to you today. I'm also an artist, and well, if you would like to create your space around you a little bit more beautiful and supportive for your transformation, go and buy my art that will support you on your journey. You can find it on the link in the description of this video or AttractPassion.com, where you will find my paintings, prints of my paintings that are more affordable but still very supportive. That's how you simplify your life. You put out of your place things that are unnecessary and you put in something that actually supports the growth, that supports the process you are in. And you spend more time in places that remind you of simplicity, which is nature for me. It reminds me that I don't need much to be okay. I don't need much to be happy. I don't need much to feel successful, actually. And that's when I actually become successful. Because I notice, oh, I just need to be myself, and then everything, well, flows. Creativity flows, productivity flows, connection is always there, right? So how this energy is affecting you right now? You may crave time outdoors, maybe gardening or decluttering your space to create calm, right? I've shared one video 2 days ago about one powerful principle. Go and watch it because it will remind you of the power of, in this world of polarity. Sometimes we only focus on our inner world, like meditation or mindset or emotional healing, but we forget that our outer world is also a reflection of our inner world. So sometimes it's not meditation that will calm you down or ground you. Sometimes it's taking care of your environment, of your space, cleaning it, making it pleasant, putting some beautiful things on the wall that will also clean your inner environment. That's what in Buddhist practices they've been using. They've been cleaning their, places around as a symbol to clean their hearts. That's very powerful. Taurus is an earth sign, deeply tied to physical world. And therefore this new moon's energy, combined with the sun and moon, both in Taurus, urges us to slow down and reconnect with the basics. Especially right now when we're in this, fast-paced world. Well, great time to slow down and reconnect with the basics. You may also notice that in your routines or workouts or whatever practices, you may be in a season where you're returning back to basics and maybe questioning why you've started at the first place. Maybe even your career or business or your job. Maybe you had some dark moments, and right now you're reflecting why you've started at the first place. This may naturally happen due to this energy right now, so if it does, well, take your journaling block and reflect a little bit on the reasons you've started, because you may notice you've started out of love, and then your life became a bit chaotic and you've forgotten about it, and then you became all stressed out and there was a lot of pressure and you've lost joy or the spark that was actually the reason you've started. And when you return back to the reason you've started, you easily, ease up yourself and shake off that pressure, because pressure will always be there, but the perspective must be right for dealing with it, because otherwise you start to believe that your life is only hard. Well, actually, challenges are there to make you better, to make you stronger, more resilient. Your will must come from the right place, right? Knowing why you're doing it. The fourth thing I want to say to you is it's time to start building strong relationships, because this new moon highlights loyalty and commitment in partnership, both romantic and also more basic. How it is affecting you right now? Well, you will feel motivated to strengthen bonds with those you trust, have honest conversations, or start new relationships based on mutual respect. It's time to nurture connections that feel safe and reliable, because you're not just you are also people around you. We are all connected with one another, and when we are nurturing relationships, we're also nurturing ourselves. When we make our relationships more honest, we start to feel more connected in this world. And when we heal certain relationships, we also heal ourselves, and therefore we heal the world. So the planet Venus, which is Taurus's ruler, is quite related to love and harmony. That's why we may feel so deeply right now driven to experience more love, to experience more harmony. So when sometimes we look for some kind of balance, maybe we should rather focus on harmony, and it will start to make us feel more balanced. Especially in, our job or work, life, relationships, or some deep personal relationships. Just ask yourself, how can I bring more harmony into this place, into this relationship? And every time you start your day, set an intention: to anyone I meet today, my presence will heal them, or I will bring harmony into their lives. That is very powerful. So also a sense of responsibility and maturity is right now being lighted a little bit. So you may be reflecting a little bit on your responsibilities and how can you mature yourself in them, instead of being victim of something, recognizing what is in your control, what is in your power, and really finding a new outlook on it. This time is encouraging lasting growth. So you're not building something fast right now, you're building something very slow. So you may be noticing that whatever you've been doing until now, especially during this time, you're not experiencing some fast growth maybe. What you're really experiencing is building of the foundation for the future that is coming. So yes, you're about to be rich, you're about to be healthy, you're about to be very in love with life, you're about to be more connected than ever before. That's what you're building right now, but maybe the results are still not showing up because you are building the foundation. That's what is happening right now. So relationships are important. Meaningful relationships are everything, and they don't happen overnight. So be patient with those who are truly worthy of your energy. And the last thing I want to mention is embracing change within stability. So this new moon blends Taurus's kind of love for routine we often experience it like that. With a spark of innovation, as I mentioned before, urging you to adapt while staying grounded. Maybe it's time where you are reflecting a little bit, when it comes to your routines or practices or workouts. Is there something that you've maybe neglected a little bit that grounds you? Like maybe you are going to the gym and you've forgotten about doing yoga or stretching yourself, or you've been stretching yourself and doing yoga a lot, but you've forgotten about doing something for strength as well. Or you've been doing all of that and you've spent way, or let's say not enough time in nature, and now you're planning that. Well, you may feel ready to try new approaches to old habits, like updating your budget or experimenting with a hobby or new routines, like I said, or rethinking your daily routines. It's about evolving without losing your footing, right? And as I said before, going back to basics, really asking ourselves what worked, what always worked. It's also with manifestation, something we talked yesterday. Like really think about what worked in your life and return back to it, because we're living in this time when we're so bombarded with new routines and new information and new tools and new this and new science and new that. And so many people are so confused. They don't know what to try. Should I visualize? Should I write it down? Should I do that? Or should I do that? And sometimes we get so chaotic because there are so many very attractive opportunities presented to us, or attractive tools, or attractive knowledge, that we really need to ask ourselves, okay, what actually worked for me in the past? And return back to it, because if it worked, it will work. If you're jumping from one thing to another, if you try everything, nothing will work, right? So going back to basics is a theme for this time. So I hope this helps. So once again, when it comes to setting intentions, this is a time right now. Write down goals related to money, self-worth, relationships, or simplifying your life. Be specific and be practical. You can create a new vision board right now. This will be very supported. Put on the pictures of anything related to money, anything related to self-worth, anything related to relationships, and anything related to simplifying your life. It will support you. Now, we've talked about grounding yourself as well. So, how to ground yourself? Spend time in nature. Eat comforting foods, or meditate to feel centered. Well, I'm reminding you of these things every single day. So one thing to ground yourself is to subscribe to this channel, because, well, you will stay grounded, right? And we talk about this every single day, so don't lose it. Then take small steps. As I mentioned, Taurus loves slow, steady progress. Don't be too impatient. You may be, but you need to understand this is the chaotic energy inside of you that must be stabilized through consistency and patience. So start one new habit or project that aligns with your intentions. You don't need to do everything at once, right? You can decide, with this new moon, I will start working out. Or with this new moon, I will start with that new business. With this new moon, I will start nurturing this relationship more. You don't need to do 5 new things. That's why, nature goes in seasons and cycles. So focus on something related to finances if that's your weakness, or to self-worth if that's your weakness, or to relationships if that's your weakness, or to wellness if that's your weakness. Don't do too much. And the last thing, reflect on value. Ask yourself, what makes me feel secure and valued? Let this guide your choices. So when you feel like, I don't know what to do, ask yourself, what makes me feel secure and valued? And focus on that. Because life will give you what you need. But you need to know firstly what you need and what you want, so then you can navigate yourself towards the right directions. And that's what is the most supported during this time. So it's time for planting these seeds and nourish them, take care of them, so everything can grow into what you want to see. As I mentioned at the beginning, I've prepared a guided meditation for new moons that help you to set intentions, and now you know what kind of intentions to set. So go and do it for a few days, so the seeds can be planted well. You will find the link in the description of this video. And once again, to anyone who would like to get a print of today's painting, you can find it on the link in the description of my art store, AttractPassion.com, where you will find all of my art, prints of my art in different sizes. Prints are more available. You can also find some of the original paintings that are still available, if that resonates with you the most. But see which painting speaks to you, because if it speaks to you, it has something to give you, it can support you. So check it out. Join us on our Patreon as well, and till next time, one love.